Hello and welcome to Tomorrow is Yesterday, the Star Trek podcast, the show where we review every episode of Star Trek in production order. My name is Brandon Couch. With me, as always, introduce yourself, David.
So, do you know MASH, the TV show?
Yes, I know MASH, the TV show.
So, the very last season, the last 2 episodes, Klinger gets married. You know
Yes.
who Klinger is? Well, he gets married.
Yes.
Do you know that the actress who plays his wife, and she actually plays his wife in After MASH, she's actually in Star Trek?
I did not. Who does she play in Star Trek?
Are you ready for this? Remember,
Okay.
MASH was aired in the 70s.
Okay.
She played Kiko O'Brien.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, that tracks. Like, Next Generation started airing in the late 80s, so it's about the right age range, time frame.
And she did not age a single bit.
That's crazy.
I wish I was like that. I wish I could not age. Anyway, my name is David Moss, and what are we talking about today?
We're talking about how Keiko O'Brien was in MASH.
Yes, I mispronounced her name.
I'm pretty sure I did too. I don't know which one of us was right. I was just trying my hardest.
Yeah, me too. I spelled it right when I Googled it, but you know.
Yeah. Been a while since I watched Deep Space Nine.
I mean, I have them all engraved into my mind, so.
Wow. That just kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, I was sitting there and I was watching, so talking about MASH, because I think we talked about last episode.
We did. We talked about MASH a bit.
Yes. So I Googled, no, actually I didn't. I got an email. This is creepy. I got an email from someone that had a link to a YouTube channel with 3 seasons of After MASH.
Just a random person.
Yes. So if you sent me that email...
I didn't send you that email.
Oh, I'm talking to the listeners.
Okay.
If you sent me that email, thank you. I'm on episode 5 of season 1 now.
They want us to do a MASH podcast.
It's in the stars.
Yeah. Now send us the link to Trapper John MD. And we will do a MASH show.
Maybe. Or Walter.
That one might be impossible. That one might have been destroyed.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
You know, even though After MASH on YouTube, it's straight from the 70s, 80s, whenever it was a VHS recording of it.
Yeah.
It's still good quality. It's still good. If you get past the quality of it, it was still good.
You mean it was a good show despite the video quality?
Yes. That's
okay.
what I was meaning. Yeah. So back to Star Trek.
Okay. Today we're talking about Charlie X.
Charlie X. Is this about Charlie Brown?
No, it is not. Let me gauge, how are you feeling about Charlie X?
You know, I knew it was going to be just a teenage boy getting superpowers, and I knew what was going to happen.
So did you like it? Did you not like it?
I neither liked nor disliked it.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
It didn't have Bailey in it.
Charlie kind of was a Bailey.
I don't know.
Dude,
at the end, yes.
Dude, next week we're going to have a serious Bailey on the episode.
What's next week's episode?
Balance of Terror, which we're going to have a Bailey, but also it is one of the great episodes of Star Trek. It is a really good one. Next week we're in for a treat.
Too bad it's not the end of the original series. Because I'm already tired of the original series.
I'm sorry.
I want to talk about Lower Decks.
Well, Paramount's under strike right now, so we're not going to do that. But also, with your whole ranking system that I always say is really dumb, but you rank all of them, I have the actual number of episodes now. As of right now, there are 895 episodes of Star Trek.
Well, that's good. I haven't ranked anything over 8 something, so I think I might have broken this mic.
Nah, you're fine.
Don't pay attention
It's just
to
not
me.
tight. It's just loose.
Loosey-goosey.
Okay, you ready to get into the episode?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Charlie X, which is an episode of Star Trek, a franchise owned by Paramount, a company currently being struck by both the Writers Guild of America and the Screen Actors Guild because they can't pay their writers or actors enough to live, yet somehow miraculously paid their CEO $32 million last year. First aired on September 15th, 1966, teleplay by D.C. Fontana, story by Gene Roddenberry, and directed by Lawrence Dobkin.
I don't know any of those.
Well, Gene Roddenberry created Star Trek, and D.C. Fontana was like one of the main writers who like created a lot of stuff in Star Trek.
Is that who they named Vic after?
Vic Fontaine?
Yeah.
I don't know, David.
Come on, you're supposed to know this.
I'm not supposed to know Deep Space Nine stuff. We won't get there in years.
Then what are we supposed to talk about?
The original series.
But we've only done what episode is this? Like 8, 7?
8.
So we'd only have 7 other episodes to talk about, like to compare to.
Anyways, all right, let's get into the cast. We have Robert Walker, who played Charlie Evans, Charles J. Stewart, who played Captain Ramart, Dallas Mitchell, who played Tom Nellis, who's probably Commander. I don't know. He was wearing like one of those where no man has gone before uniforms, so I couldn't see his rank. Patricia McNulty as Yeoman Third Class Tina Lawton, and Abraham Sofer, I butchered that name, as the Thasian. It's a hard name, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So that is our cast.
So I don't know any of those actors or actresses.
Well, yeah, you do. They were in this episode of Star Trek. You know them from this episode of Star Trek.
Yeah, but did they voice Galactus on Fantastic Four?
Like the cartoon?
I don't know. I'm just looking at Galactus action figure.
Oh, wait, Galactus was in a movie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But he was a dumb space cloud because that was a thing in the early 2000s. Everything was a space cloud.
Yeah.
And even in the early 2010s, because in Green Lantern, like, what's his name? Parallax. Parallax was a dumb space cloud.
And in
Slightly better than Galactus, but still a dumb space cloud.
And even in the newer MCU, Doctor Strange, the original one, what is his?
Dormammu?
Yeah.
That wasn't a dumb space cloud. That was, like, cool. That was cool.
It was a space cloud. Come on now.
That was an accurate space cloud, though. Let's get into the episode. Captain's log, stardate 1533.6, now maneuvering to come alongside cargo vessel Antares. Its captain and first officer are beaming over to us with an unusual passenger.
I like this scene and probably the next scene that we're going to discuss, because they're like, here you go, he's yours now. Bye.
I do like that. All right, so Kirk enters the transporter room wearing his stupid green shirt, and the Enterprise beam aboard 3 people. Raymart, the captain of the Antares, Nellis, the navigator, and Charlie, a 17-year-old who was the sole survivor of a ship crash when he was 3, and apparently has survived alone on a lifeless planet ever since. Kirk welcomes Charlie aboard, and while his back is turned, we hear scary music. Charlie does this weird eye thing, and then Raymart and Nellis start gushing about how great Charlie is. Charlie interrupts, asking about humans on the ship. Here we learn that there are 428 people on the Enterprise. We find out that they're going to take Charlie to his closest relatives on Colony 5. Charlie wants to see the ship. Kirk tells him to stop interrupting. Kirk asks the captain if they need anything, and they're both like, no, and rush to the transporter to get out of there. One thing I want to point out, this other crew, the uniforms, they were wearing the shirts from the Where No Man Has Gone Before, the pilot, so not the current shirts.
Right.
And also, like, their patches on their shirt weren't like the ones we usually see. They were different.
Right, but that was also, at that time, Starfleet was doing different insignia for each, like, ship and planet. And
yeah, back in the day, that was the assignment patch. And I liked that. Yeah. I like that part of the original series, like the different patches they give.
I hated it, but I do like how, I think it was Discovery and Strange New Worlds, they kind of still implemented that. The badges, each badge has a different insignia. The metal badge has a different Like if you look really closely, like obviously not Enterprise's comm badges, or not comm badges, but insignia badges.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not as in your face as the original series.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure Gene Roddenberry hated it too, because like the farther we go into the series, he's gonna be like, no, the thing that Kirk wears on his shirt is all of Starfleet's insignia. No more different patches.
You know what always got me was the dress uniform.
Oh yeah.
Especially, I think there's one episode I think it's in the first season, maybe the second season, where there's like no rhyme or reason on one. I think it's McCoy's uniform. It's like the little colors are just kind of like.
Well, yeah, those are like on those those are like awards, like commendations, that kind of thing.
Right.
So they're just on there in different ways.
But like he even has one like halfway underneath his armpit.
I don't think so.
And then Spock, he's like standing next to Spock, and Spock's is all perfect and in a perfect shape, and
I'll have to look at that when we get to that episode.
and then McCoy's is just like just like it's pins all over that side of his shirt.
All right. Rand walks in and Kirk asks her to show Charlie to his quarters. Charlie asks if she's a girl, and she doesn't answer and acts offended. Give the kid a break. He hasn't seen another person since he was 3. And Kirk says, yes, that's a girl.
Is that how you felt the first time you met your wife? So it was like, yes, Brandon, that's a girl.
No, that is not how I felt when I met my wife. So how do you feel about the teaser?
Yes, that's a teaser.
It was a good teaser.
It was all right. You already know what's
I mean, it
gonna
wasn't
happen.
great. It was all right.
It kind of pretty much told you exactly what was going to happen in the show.
Yeah, kid has scary mind powers.
What I didn't see was the ending. Like, I mean, I saw the ending, but what I didn't see coming, I was like, what are they going to do?
Act 1. So we're in sickbay. Charlie's on the table using that ceiling treadmill thing that Kirk was using in the pilot. McCoy asks him what he did for food. Charlie says after the ship's supply ran out, he went around and found food. Fruits, vegetables, that kind of thing. Then McCoy asks how he learned to talk. He says he talked to the computer. McCoy gives him the all clear. And as they're walking out, Charlie asks, do you like me? And then we get a glimpse of how unhinged Charlie is. They didn't like me on the Antares. I tried to make them like me. I want people to like me. And McCoy just says, most 17-year-olds do.
Huh.
That's a good line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outside of Jeffrey's tube, Charlie sees one crewman call another friend and slap him on the butt. In another hallway, Charlie runs up to Janice and gives her a present. She's grateful but tries to tell him she's on the clock and has to go. Charlie asks if she likes it, and she's like, yeah, it's my favorite. Where'd you get it, though? We don't have any on the ship. And Charlie says, it's a present, as if that answers the question. She tells him they can hang out in the rec room at 2, and he says, okay, friends, and slaps her on the butt. She understandably does not respond positively to that and tells her to tell Kirk about it, and he'll explain it. Just pass it off to Kirk.
But in his defense, he did just see those two guys do that.
Yes, in his defense, he has not been around people, and he's just trying to, like, acclimate, like, see someone do something and, like, emulate that, because he doesn't think it's a problem.
Because, you know, they don't have girls on the Antares.
Yeah. Or the lifeless planet where it was just him.
Yeah.
On the bridge, Spock and McCoy are arguing. Spock thinks Charlie was helped by aliens, Thasians to be specific, and McCoy believes Charlie's story. Kirk tells McCoy that Spock is working on an educational program for Charlie, and he wants Bones to teach him about puberty. McCoy tries to play the "but you're a strong role model" card, but it doesn't work. Cut to the rec room. Spock is playing that Vulcan musical instrument of his when Uhura starts humming along and Spock gets annoyed. Then Spock starts eyeing Uhura with this kind of flirty way and starts playing more. And then Uhura sings us a song.
You know, I kind of liked her song. It was pretty cool. Before we go on, the part where McCoy's telling Kirk that he's a strong role model type, I had envisioned Next Generation, where they pick up the kid and he takes after Data, and then Worf, and then Picard. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, originally they weren't gonna have this thing with Uhura singing, but they had Nichelle Nichols, who had a beautiful singing voice, so they're like, let's have her sing. So that's where this song came from.
I hated how the scene ends.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll get to that here real quick. I'm not going to sing, because I'm not Nichelle Nichols, but I'll read you, like, the lyrics of the song. Oh, on the Starship Enterprise, there's someone who's in Satan's guise, whose devil ears and devil eyes could rip your heart from you. At first, his look could hypnotize, and then his touch would barbarize. His alien love would victimize and rip your heart from you. And that's why female astronauts, oh very female astronauts, wait terrified and overwrought to find what he will do. Oh girls in space be wary, be wary, be wary. Oh girls from space be wary, we know not what he'll do. It's better when she sings it.
I mean, I could sing it if you want me to.
No. Alright, Charlie walked in towards the end of the song. He's trying to get Rand's attention when she yells, one more time. So Uhura gives us another song. Now from a planet out in space, there comes a lad not commonplace, a seeking out of his embrace. He's saving it for you. Oh, Charlie, our new darling, our darling, our darling. Oh, Charlie's our new darling. We know not what he'll do. Charlie's embarrassed, so he does this weird eye thing, and Uhura loses her voice. So Charlie decides to start doing card tricks. Is that the part you didn't like, losing her voice?
Yeah, I didn't like how she loses her voice. And also, the guitar or whatever Spock was playing, it lost its ability to play, too.
Did it?
Yeah, because if you looked at Spock, he was like...
Huh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Good catch.
I pay attention sometimes.
Alright, so Charlie starts doing card tricks. First, he flips 3 cards over, and they're now very obvious Star Trek promotional photos of Grace Lee Whitney in costume. Then he makes a card disappear in Rand's shirt. In a hallway, Kirk, who's wearing his gold shirt now, is talking to a kitchen staffer. He says tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and he wants the synthetic meatloaf to look like turkey. He runs into Charlie, who tells him about the slap, and Kirk says, quote, I see, well, there are things you can do with a lady, Charlie, that you... Well, there's no right way to hit a woman. I mean, man to man is one thing, but, man and woman, it's another thing. Do you understand? Maybe it's a good thing that Kirk didn't raise David.
Raise me?
No, David Marcus from Wrath of Khan.
Oh, I was like, dang. It would have been fun if you would have raised me.
Yeah, I think David turned out okay because he was raised by his mom. Alright, Uhura calls Kirk to the bridge. Captain Raymar is on comms. Charlie asks to come. Kirk says no in a very Wesley Crusher season 1 way, says he won't get in the way, and Kirk says okay.
Huh.
He must have had a wardrobe change in the Turbulus because now he's wearing his green shirt again. Oh, we're on the bridge now. Uhura can barely get a signal from the Antares. Raymar is about to give Kirk a warning when they completely lose the signal. Charlie says the Antares wasn't well constructed in a way that's not suspicious at all. Spock scans the area and finds that the Antares is a debris field now. Kirk gets a call from the kitchen. All the meatloaf in the ovens have turned into turkeys. The voice of the guy from the kitchen, that's Gene Roddenberry's voice.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either till I read it online. Charlie makes a suspicious hiccup sound and leaves the bridge. And that is the end of Act 1.
Huh. It's pretty good so far.
Pretty good so far?
Yeah.
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah.
Last week you were saying how you were dreading this episode.
I mean, I still dread it. It's original series, so I hate it.
You hate all original series?
Yeah. If we just go on to like Voyager or Deep Space Nine.
I'm telling you, next week we're going to get like one of the great episodes of all of Star Trek. So great, even Strange New Worlds ripped it off and remade it. Act 2, in Kirk's quarters, he and Spock are playing three-dimensional chess. Kirk's mind isn't on the game. He's focused on the Antares. Spock says, my own concern is more immediate, the boy. And Kirk's like, you lost me. Spock thinks Charlie knew what happened before they did, and Kirk's like, that's not evidence. Charlie enters, Spock gets Kirk in check, and Kirk checkmates him, once again proving that Kirk can school Spock in chess. Kirk asks Charlie if he plays chess. He says he saw them play on the Antares. Kirk leaves him to play with Spock. Spock is trying to teach him, but Charlie just wants to play. They both make only 2 moves, and Spock has him checkmated. Charlie starts to throw a tantrum. Spock, not about to deal with that, just leaves. Charlie does the weird eye thing, and the chess pieces are melted.
That's like me playing chess with my mom. She'd always checkmate me in 2 moves.
Yeah, I used to teach chess at camp, and I could teach chess great, but playing chess I'm not good at. Anyone could beat me at chess.
Right.
All the kids were like, I want to play you, I want to play you. You're gonna win. I'm not good at it.
Yeah. You can be taught, you can teach how to do it, but not be good at it.
Yeah. All right. Charlie runs into Rand in a hallway, and she introduces him to Tina, a yeoman 3rd class who's around Charlie's age. Why is she wearing blue? Is she a science yeoman?
Maybe.
Part of me's is she Spock's yeoman or something? Because the blue doesn't make sense. Because if yeomans wear red and are operations, and this one's wearing blue,
she could be a yeoman for Dr. McCoy.
Yeah, but I feel like Chapel just does all the paperwork. Maybe. I don't know. She could be a yeoman for Dr. McCoy. I'm just saying the blue uniform doesn't make that much sense.
To you. It made all the sense to Gene Roddenberry.
Charlie asks to talk to Rand alone, and Tina leaves justifiably annoyed. Rand calls Charlie out for being rude. Then Charlie has this really creepy monologue. She's not the same. Not like you. She's just a girl. You smell like a girl. All the other girls on the ship, they look just like Tina. You're the only one that looks like you. You can understand, can't you? You know about being with somebody, wanting to be... If I had the whole universe, I'd give it to you. When I see you, I feel like I'm hungry all over. Hungry. Do you know how that feels? It's really weird.
I don't think hungry is the word he's looking for. He's really close on that definition.
He's really close. He has 1 letter right.
2.
Okay, yeah, the first letter and the last letter.
N?
There's an N in there.
Yeah, an N. He's only got 2
He's
wrong.
close.
Yeah, he's close.
He's close to the right word.
Yeah.
On the bridge, Rand is trying to tell Kirk that he needs to talk to Charlie. He's taking this crush way too far. And if Kirk doesn't run interference, Rand is going to have to hurt Charlie. Cut to Kirk's quarters. Charlie walks in, and Kirk starts by asking about the chess pieces. Charlie plays dumb. Kirk starts bringing up the Rand situation, and Charlie starts to throw a tantrum. Kirk assures him there's nothing wrong with him that isn't wrong with every other man. Fair.
Yeah.
Then Kirk gives really good dating advice. Take it slow. The other person's feelings matter. Charlie keeps trying to say that Janice could love him, and Kirk's saying it's not going to happen. Kirk says, quote, Charlie, there are a million things in this universe you can have, and there are a million things you can't have. It's no fun facing that, but that's the way things are.
He stopped for a minute, and he's like, well, there's things like her age, and then there's other things that other things. And I'm like, Kirk, do you like her? Because it kind of sounds like you like her.
David, have you been watching the series? They obviously have a thing for each other. It is very obvious. Especially last time when Kirk got the drunk diseases, was like, have you seen my yeoman Spock? You're allowed to notice her. I'm not allowed to notice her. I want to notice her. Yes, he likes Janice. All right, once things simmer down, Kirk takes Charlie to the gym. We start with Kirk trying to teach Charlie to fall properly, and everything about this scene reminds me of when I did Taekwondo back in the day.
Really?
I had to do all of this, learning all of these falls, doing takedowns and falling properly. This is all, accurate. Kirk shows him a shoulder roll, and he doesn't want to do it. I can relate.
Yeah.
That was something I had to do that I could not do because I was not coordinated enough. All right. Kirk's ready to end the lesson, but Charlie wants to learn how to fight. You have to learn to fall first, Kirk says. He has Sam, a crewman there, help him demonstrate some falls. Charlie tries to throw Kirk, but Kirk puts him on the ground. Sam starts laughing. Charlie does the weird eye thing and makes Sam disappear. Kirk calls security. A couple red shirts show up. Charlie fights back. He does the weird eye thing and makes their phasers disappear. And that's the end of Act
5.
What was this, 2, 3?
I thought it was 5.
It was 2. That's the end of Act 2. Act 3 picks up right where we left off. Kirk and Charlie are having a stare down. Uhura calls Kirk to tell him that all of the phasers on the ship have disappeared, and Charlie eventually goes to his quarters willingly. In the briefing room, we have Kirk, Spock, and McCoy. Spock says his powers track with what the records say about Thasians. Kirk asks if he's possibly Thasian. McCoy says, nah, he's in my nose, he's way definitely human.
So, did you miss the part where he made a red shirt disappear?
No, it was just Sam, the guy in the gym. Like, he was wearing like a red workout jumpsuit.
He
but
was
he wasn't.
wearing a red shirt.
Yes, but also by the end of the episode, he comes back, so it's not a red shirt death.
I know. I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna fight Couch on this because he was wearing a red shirt. And then they said, "Oh, everything was back to normal."
Because I was like ready to count it as a death, but then at the end of the episode,
yeah, I was gonna fight you. I was like, if he doesn't count this one, I'm quitting.
All right. McCoy says he's definitely human. Kirk describes Charlie as, quote, short-tempered because he doesn't understand. He wants, nothing happens fast enough. Kirk just described my daughter.
And my son. And my wife.
All right. They decide that they can't take him to Colony 5, and the only thing they have on Charlie is the fact that Charlie still respects Kirk's authority. Charlie walks in. Kirk asks him about the Antares, and Charlie's like, yeah, I did it. They weren't nice to me. On the bridge, Kirk orders Uhura to contact Colony 5 and the navigator to steer away from there. Uhura's console overloads and injures her hands. Helm and navigation aren't responding. They can't change the course. Kirk asks Spock if he has any readings, and Spock says, yes, sir, there's a tiger burning bright in the forest of the night. Charlie walks in, and Spock says, I'm trying to Saturn rings around my head down a road that's Martian red.
I really like Spock's poems. We should make a shirt with all of his poems on it.
I don't know about that. Kirk orders Charlie to release the ship. He refuses. McCoy shows up wondering why Spock's reciting poetry.
Sorry, everybody, if you hear my son.
All right, Spock says, once upon a midnight journey while I ponder weak and weary. Once Charlie's gone, Spock warns that eventually he won't back down. In the hallway, Charlie sees Tina, does the weird eye thing, and turns her into an iguana. He barges into Rand's room. Rand, out of patience at this point, tells him not to enter rooms without knocking. He says, don't ever lock your door on me again, Janice. And she responds with,
I'll lock it when I please.
you go, Janice. Don't take crap from nobody. All right. She asks him what he wants, and he just says, you, and walks toward the camera. It was a very unsettling way to end Act 3.
Right.
Yeah. It was creepy.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy.
Yeah. Act 4. Again, we pick up right where we left off in Rand's quarters. Charlie's not taking a hint. Rand flips a switch behind her so Kirk can hear them on the bridge. Kirk and Spock run to Rand's quarters. They run in. Charlie throws them against the wall. Rand slaps Charlie. Charlie does the weird eye thing and Rand disappears. After crying over Janice, Charlie tells Kirk that he needs him because hijacking the Enterprise will be a lot harder than hijacking the Antares. Kirk gets up. Spock can't because his legs are broken, and Kirk makes Charlie fix Spock's legs. Cut to the hallway outside Charlie's quarters. Spock and the crewmen are setting up a force field to hold Charlie. Kirk and Charlie walk in. Charlie is saying, he had a mean look. I had to freeze him. I like happy looks.
I wish I could freeze everybody that didn't look at me the way I want them to.
This kid's out of control.
Be like, I know you can't see me, but I just stared at couch rah, angrily.
Charlie goes into his room. realizes something's up when Kirk doesn't walk in. Charlie tries to walk out, but it's hit with the force field. It's a cool practical effect how they have those things like pop out of the doorway when he tries to walk out. That was a cool effect. Charlie does the weird eye thing and makes his entire room disappear. Then we get a couple of shots of Charlie messing with the crew. He turns a young woman old. Then we see a group of people laughing. Charlie yells, "No laughing!" And they freeze. A woman rounds the corner and we see she has no face.
Yeah, that was really creepy.
That was really creepy.
Really, really creepy.
Like, people forget that in a lot of ways, like, Star Trek was a horror show.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the bridge, Uhura's console shows they're getting a message, but she can't hear it because Charlie won't let her. We get a couple other shots, then back to the bridge. Kirk's fed up and decides to take Charlie on. McCoy and Spock thinks that's stupid. Then Kirk theorizes that running the Enterprise is taking up too much of Charlie's powers. Charlie walks in and sits in Kirk's chair. Kirk's not having that. Spock and McCoy go around turning on all the consoles on the bridge. Kirk says he's taking his ship and his crew back, even if he has to break Charlie's neck, and throws him out of the chair. They fight a little bit. That and turning everything on worked. They regain helm controls. Then we see a Thasian ship that looks just like a blurry green light.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was just like they put like one green light bulb on. And like, that's the ship. And Charlie starts freaking out. Rand reappears. A floating green head appears on the bridge. It says that they returned the Enterprise crew members, but couldn't do anything for the Antares. Charlie's still freaking out, apologizing. He just wants to go home. He doesn't want to live with the Thasians anymore. And Kirk tries. He says Charlie can be trained not to use his powers, live with people. The Thasians say they gave him the power for survival. He'll always use it. Either he'll destroy you or you'll destroy him to save yourselves. Charlie's begging at this point. Rand reaches for him, but McCoy pulls her back. That last line before he disappears is like haunting.
I want to stay, 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 stay.
Yeah, that was really creepy.
Yeah.
I felt like that the Thasians, they were kidnapping him, and then Kirk just let it happen.
Well, this God level kid's not my problem anymore.
It was kind of like how Janeway murdered Tuvok, or Tuvix.
Tuvix, yeah.
Yeah, not Tuvok. Tuvok is still alive. Well, that we know of. We're not sure.
Yeah, he's still alive. We saw him at the end of Picard.
Oh yeah, we did. But yeah, Janeway murdered Tuvix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a dour way to end the episode.
Yeah. Can we take a moment of silence
For Charlie.
For Charlie and Tuvix.
And Tuvix.
Okay.
But yeah, you gotta remember, this was like the second episode that they ever aired. So like, this was like an interesting like way to like start your show. Like, you got, what was the first one? You got the man trap, and then you got this one ended with like a kid disappearing.
At least they didn't show the Orion slave trading.
At least they didn't show Orion slave trading.
Yep.
Charlie would like Orion slave trading.
He's probably the mastermind behind it.
So, anything else you want to say about the episode?
You know, last week you said it's going to be an episode about a teenage boy that has godlike powers. And this is exactly how I figured it would go down.
Yep.
Like a teenage boy that has godlike powers. It wasn't quite as bad as when Q had a son and he left him on the Voyager.
That wasn't that bad. That was a fun episode.
At least everybody left their clothes on, except for Kirk.
Kirk didn't take his clothes off.
He took his shirt off.
He did. Actually, like, behind the scenes, he didn't want to. Like, he made them do another take where he wore the same, like, top thing because, like, Shatner was not happy with his weight at the time. Was a little self-conscious. But then they used the shirtless take anyways. Dang, Hollywood.
So, I'm going to rank this.
Okay.
A number... You said there's 895 episodes.
Yes.
I'm going to rank it 707. Yeah.
Wow, not even like the 800s?
Yeah. No. 707.
Okay.
Mediocre place.
All right. Join us next week as we talk about one of the truly great episodes of Star Trek, Balance of Terror. You can find me everywhere at Couch Talks Movies. David, tell the people where they can find you.
Hold on. I forgot the Bailey ranking. All right. Between 1 Bailey and 10 Baileys. 10 Baileys being the worst. 1 Baileys being the best. I give this episode 3 Baileys. Maybe 4. Couch?
I'm not ranking it.
You're not going to do the Bailey rank?
I'm not going to do the Bailey rank. I've never done the Bailey rank.
I'm going to do the Bailey rank even whenever we're up to the lower decks.
Okay.
Or
You could do that.
or Picard or whatever. Like, I won't even remember who Bailey is by then, but I'll be doing the Bailey ranking. Anyway.
Watch Bailey show up in Lower Decks.
Yeah. Anyway, you can find me on TikTok at Commodore Moss and YouTube at Pops on a Budget. And that's the only place right now.
Thought you were starting a Twitch.
Yes, but I'm moving, so
Oh, right.
that's being pushed back.
Okay.
Yes.
You can find the show at Tomorrow Trek Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and at Patreon at patreon.com/tomorrowisyesterday. We've got some fun stuff we got planned. We're not doing reviews right now because of the strikes, but we got some like really fun stuff we have planned. So like, check us out over there if you're interested. It would help. This podcast is a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, also the Couch Podcast Network merch store. You can go to couchtheaters.com. It's a long story. I'll change it eventually. But yeah, you can get our merch there. And until next time,
Live long and apparently don't be a teenage boy with godlike powers.
don't be a teenage boy with godlike powers.